Hello, hello, hello. I'm not very versatile in this. I don't know this stuff very well. I did one a couple days ago, and I I need to do quicker videos. But I talked for a long time, and then later I checked the audio, and it wasn't working. So I don't know if I know how to do the. I don't know how to do the. Anyway, I would love to have help from anybody. If you could comment, if I could figure out how to, if you're hearing it, if the audio is working, if I could bring in, and I don't know how people bring others into their stream, but I'd love to learn how to do that. Um, but yeah, thank you for the like. I appreciate that, but I guess you're already gone. Um, hey, Hale, your audio is working. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I've been off and on YouTube for a while, but I'm trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers, which I think will take forever. I've been on Twitter and Meerkat and Periscope and TikTok. And anyway, YouTube just seems to be complicated and hard and takes forever, but I'm going to try to figure it out. So anyway, let me know if there's anything in particular you want to talk about. I don't mind at all. If you do, Dave, do you know how people are invited into the stream? I don't know. Yeah, I guess they needed a second application or stream something. And there's like a back room, like a green room, I guess, like a back room, and then you invite people in. But I'd love to figure out how to do that. So I don't know if you know how to do that. Anyway, I'll do a quick introduction. I do talk too long and too much, and I go over off topic and stuff. Feel free to throw in any idea of what you think is a good topic or what you want to talk about. Anyway, my name's Joe Hart. I live in Vermont. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. Um, like I said, over the last 12 years, I've been doing a lot of live streaming. I don't know how to do recorded streaming and then editing, but I think you sent a link through StreamYard. Yeah, that's it. Then you invite them. So yeah, I would love to. I don't know what StreamYard is. Is that another? Is it an application? It's like YouTube seems so complicated. Like Twitter and they're so simple. You just click. Anyway, yeah, that was the name I was trying to think of. Let me jot that down. StreamYard. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And I'm not saying I'm I'm at beginning stages. So I'm not saying I'll have 1,000 people to invite in. I just want to figure out how to do that. So anyway, when I used to stream a lot, and I sporadically stream a lot, but I used to do five. Uh, I used to stream more than once a day for an entire year, and I would do Monday through Friday chats, and the 5 topics were persons with disabilities, invisible disabilities, Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, companion animals, not service animals, companion animals, not service animals, and then I talk about that all within the motorsports, and that's cool. I thank you for sharing that with me, Dave. I'm I don't usually talk too much about my invisible disabilities, but it's roughly um, and all the doctors that have tested me have told me, Joe, I want to make sure you understand we have not exhausted all tests. So there could be other things I am. We had a goal in mind and they said this is how we can get to that goal quickest. So anyway, the things I have amongst others is I'm ADD. I don't have the H. I'm not hyperactive. I'm type B. I'm not type A. I'm lazy. So ADD, uh, OCD, and then general anxiety disorder. So that's the 3 by the official person that tested me and got me. So I've always thought that I'm. Oh, also I was a substitute teacher and a therapeutic foster parent, and so I lived and worked with the same type of people. I usually worked with teenage boys, and so I learned a lot about the autistic spectrum and stuff. So anyway, thank you for sharing that, Dave. I really appreciate you sharing that. Have you ever, and I don't expect to do StreamYard right now today, unless I can, but I don't expect to do that. But have you ever been invited into a stream? Have you been sent that link to StreamYard and you clicked on it and you went into the stream? have you gone into a stream? So anyway, I don't want to talk too long and stuff. What I talked about a night or two ago when, yep, I have a few times. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I don't know if how'd you find my stream? Did you get it from Twitter? I think I shared in Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then I guess when I go live in YouTube, it sends a notification. And you can also just search, you can just go to YouTube and search. So I don't know how you found me, but thank you so much. So that's cool. Twitter and YouTube. Oh, cool. I love Twitter. So anyway, what I talked about, I'm Plus James channel. James. Oh, Dave, were you over there? The how to get to 1,000 followers, subscribers in the quickest amount of time? Yeah, I was a little confused there, but I think he just puts up links, and then if we all follow each other, we'll just keep growing. So I think that's the way that worked. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what I entered his room with, but I think I entered with 13 and I left with 13. But a couple of people said Joe Hart done. So I think I started with 9 and went to 13. Again, I'm not trying to get to 1,000. I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing. And I won't. Twitter was a different life 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 years ago when I started, and so I won't say that I've never bought Twitter followers, but I have different goals. Like for Twitter, I cared about who I followed. I did not care about, yep, I followed your channel too, man. Oh, cool. Thanks, Dave. I don't know if you have a channel, but I would certainly, I tried, like, with my disabilities, it's hard to click on the link and then go to another screen. So I'm not watching him. And then I follow, and then I have to close that. Or, if they have a video playing, then it's so anyway, I tried to follow every single one he put up. And there was a couple I missed, but then there was a couple I clicked on 5 times. I was like, I've already followed them. So anyway, it was interesting for sure. That was interesting. Anyway, yep, I have a channel too. Is it under that name? Let me look for it over here. I was gonna last time, this is it. Dave travels in time or through time? There's a through time that comes up. Travels in time. Yeah, it still says Dave travels through time, but let me try Dave travels in time. Dave travels in time. 624 subscribers? Is that you? Wow. Okay. I just want, can you confirm that's you? And I don't care if, it's okay if I follow someone else, but I just want to. So 624. That is so cool. Congratulations. Wow. That's so cool. 423 videos. Holy moly. Okay. So I just subscribed, and I usually, with my OCD, I usually get all notifications. So I'm going to, so that anyway, I followed it and I did all notifications. So thank you so much. So I usually do motorsports. The other channel was my old channel. Dave Travels Through Time is my old one. Really, it's kind of weird how when you're typing in a title, it's that auto fill or whatever. They start guessing what you're looking for, and then so that was kind of weird. That's kind of neat. I mean, out of all the thousands, the millions of people on YouTube, and you're the only one with, that was the only other title that came up. So that's pretty unique. That's pretty cool to have such a unique name. I don't know what mine is. I think it's just Joe Hart, PWDS, which is, persons with disabilities. So anyway, motorsports is kind of done. NASCAR ended 2 or 3 weeks ago. Formula One ended about a week ago. And I track it year round. I track it 52 weeks a year, every day. Every week, every day, every month, every year. I track it all the time. And so some weeks there's 42 events in a week, and some weeks there's 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. So, starting about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, it started, dropping off to, December 31st will be almost none, and then January 1st will slowly ramp up. So anyway, that's what I usually do. I usually travel. I usually, Dave travels in time. I sporadically travel a lot, and once I'm in Vermont, but once I hit the road, I stay on the road. And when I stay on the road, motorsports is cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know why and how I picked up. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. My dad went to Yale and Harvard full ride, and all of my siblings have, degrees, past bachelor's degrees. So, it's weird that I like NASCAR, which is, known as the redneck southern, southeast part of the United States. So it's weird that I picked up, it's weird. And my dad's been passed away forever, but he's the most non-judgmental person in the world. So he would support whatever I do, but it just bugs me. I'm like, I can't believe I picked this. But anyway, it started NASCAR and then IndyCar and then IMSA and then NHRA and then Formula One and then Formula E. And so I track over 200 different series, with NASCAR being one or three. Sometimes people, when they say NASCAR, they mean 3 series, but I count it as one kind of. So if with NASCAR being one series, I track over 200 series constantly. So it's pretty wild. I'm disabled. I don't work. I'm on a fixed income. I travel. I have always live streamed. So almost immediately I started trying to do media. I was like, wait, I'm here and I'm covering the event. Why am I not media? Why are they not giving me credentials? And so, I've been to, I don't know. I've probably been to 145, 150 races. And, 20 of them or 25 of them, I've officially been media. But for basically all of them, I've covered it as a media person. So it's weird that, anyway, I'm trying to become more credentialed and stuff. But so anyway, I guess because things are slower and it's the holidays and, I've got an adult daughter who's got her complete life, and my ex-wife got remarried. So, and my siblings are, hundreds of miles away, plus a COVID, and so I just have kind of been by myself, and I don't work either. Have SS1, SSI probably. Yeah, I have SSDI, Social Security Disability. Yeah, SSDI. I have. Is that what it's called? Yeah, SSDI. So cool. Well, I'm glad. I hope. I'm glad that's good news. I mean, I'm sorry. I hope that's good news. And congrats. Yeah, normally I always know what to call mine. Yeah, SSDI, right? Is that the other one, the disability one? So anyway, so anyway, because this downish time, and because my OCD, I always have stuff to do, so I'm always, but I kind of downtime. All these horrible, negative tragedies happen in my head's mush these days, but the Idaho college, the 4 college kids, and all that stuff. It's just like, holy moly. And Shanquella down in Mexico, and that poor little child, her mother was just recently arrested. And I guess there's a 5-year-old autistic boy down in out in Orange County, I think. So there's just so much. Yep, it is really sad. So I and as you can tell from my stream now, I'm trying to figure out live YouTube. I mean, I don't know recorded YouTube, but I'm trying to figure out Well, I wanted to get to 1,000 subs. So so that I can go live. All these world tragedies. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's sad. It's, what a world. I mean, there's no boundaries. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, absolutely. Catastrophes. And but yeah, there's no boundaries. Parents can harm their kids and kids can harm their parents. And there's no boundaries. Teachers can abuse students and students can abuse teachers. And there's now there are no longer boundaries. So it's sad. Anyway, because of YouTube and stuff, and I'm getting better at viewing YouTube, and I'm better at going to just live things and just record. So anyway, I'm these sleuths. It's a crazy mad world. Oh, Dave, you are so dead on it for sure. But with all these sleuths, I'm like, I want to learn more about this, and I know I'm not. Like I know, for motorsports, for NASCAR. I know if you talk to most fans, they say, "Oh, I don't go because the wrecks. I don't care. I'm not. I don't like wrecks." But they really do like wrecks. So I'm not going to say I'm not attracted to these cases because they're morbid, but I also want to learn about them. I mean, those and solve them. The 4 college kids in Idaho. I mean, it's been 12 plus days. 12 plus days, and they have 42 FBI, some in Idaho and some not. 22 in Idaho, 20 around the country. And then, 30 something bumpkins of, Moscow. They say it differently. They don't say Moscow, they say Moscow. I don't know if that's an accent or that's the way they pronounce it. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. And every person that has ever lived in Louisville, Kentucky for the history of that city has always called it Louisville. But we all know, millions of people that have ever lived there, but we know that's slang. That's our accent. We know it's not really pronounced Louisville. We know that it's, if you look it up in the book, it's pronounced Louisville. So anyway, I don't know if Moscow is their accent or if Moscow is pronounced differently than Moscow. Anyway, that's what my mind obsesses about. So anyway, so I've started learning a lot about the Idaho, and that's true. I was really active on Twitter during the Boston bombing in the Boston Marathon, and I live in Vermont, so Boston's 2+ hours away, 2 hours 10 minutes, so it's pretty close. And I've been to the Boston Marathon, but never to run it, just to watch it, but only a couple of times. Shared that stream on Twitter. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll get to 1,000 tonight. Yeah. No, sorry, but thank you. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but probably something. But anyway, it's just been fascinating to learn. Oh yeah, so for the marathon bombing, I was really active on Twitter, and because of my OCD and my obsessiveness and my my meticulousness and all that stuff, I would be great. I can't do jobs, so I can't work for anybody. But if I could, I'd be great for CIA and FBI and all that stuff. And for the bombing, Twitter was different back then. But the 2 brothers did the bombing. One died that night, and one lived to. I think he got legal injection. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know if he got life or if he got death. I think he got death. I don't know. But anyway, he after the bombing, all those Twitter, all the accounts stayed active. And so there were a million things. The brother that lived was really good looking. Yes, I remember. I think he got death. I think he's gone. But he was really good looking, and women fell, and he was socially smooth. His brother was awkward. His brother was a little more intense about what his purpose in life was, to cause harm. But the younger one kind of liked women. And so anyway, in this Twitter account, And you can tell when a tweet is written at 3 or 4 in the morning, it's for a booty call. So there was like 24 women trying to have booty calls with this guy. And then when you would talk to the woman, she's like, "Oh, I don't know him at all. I've never met him. I don't know anything." I'm like, I'd be like, get your story straight. Get your story straight. The FBI can see on Twitter that you had a booty call at 3 in the morning. So I don't care what the story is. I don't care if you had a booty call, but just get it figured out. So anyway, I wasn't there to inform all the women that they need to figure out their story. But I would, again, it was different back then. Twitter doesn't feel the same these days. But FBI said, if you have any information, send us whatever you want. So I was sending things pretty often. Probably every other day I found something else online and I was sending it to them. And, they don't specifically thank you, but I would get general, but I would mostly tweet them, but also email. And, I was just sending them stuff. And they don't say, your tweet got us to arrest that person and your email got us to arrest that person. And, they don't give credit to everybody. Of course they can't do that. So, but it was just neat to, again, my OCD is helpful in some things. So, anyway, with all this Idaho stuff, and so, I mean, it seems like a blur. My life is usually a blur, but it's really a blur in the last week and so. And I don't know when I first picked up the Idaho thing. I mean, I guess it only happened. Sorry, nothing about that is funny. I should never laugh about it. But so yeah, it happened 12 days ago. So I couldn't follow it until it happened. And it was certainly a couple days that. So I mean, it's only been probably 8 days. And in those 8 days, I've seen, 200 or 300 live YouTube streams. And then they start talking about Quella in Mexico. And they start talking about the, so I'm like, oh, wait, let me learn about that. And that. And so people left a stream of mine once. When I said my favorite James Bond actor to play the part, they didn't like my opinion, I guess. So they left. People left on my first channel. That sucks. But what I always say, and I'm hypersensitive, and I usually apologize if I have a booger hanging out and all that kind of stuff. But what I usually tell other streamers, and I try to think it myself, is I always tell other streamers, it's your stream. You do what you want. Who if you get more viewers, okay. If you get more subscribers, okay. But it's your channel. Do what you want. James, who I just met tonight, that was the first time I've ever been on James' channel. But he was hard to understand his talking. Plus, I don't know his accent very well. Like if I went every day for 5 days, I'd understand his accent a lot better. But I'm originally from Kentucky, but I didn't understand his. So anyway, I didn't know what he was always saying, but I think others in the stream wanted him to smoke. I think they're talking about pot, but I'm not sure. Marijuana. And he was like, oh, no. Some people don't like that. Some people don't even like me smoking cigarettes, which again, I think I heard most of the conversation. It was, I think my ears don't hear lower. I don't hear all voices the same if they're high pitched or low pitched. His was real low. So, but anyway, so I think he was saying so, and I, would write comments. I was like, it's your stream. You do what you want, but, so people left a stream of mine once when I said my favorite James Bond actors to play the part. They didn't like my opinion, I guess. So they left away. Which one is it? I mean, that's a, like, I'm not, oh, he has a deeper voice. Yeah, boy, I don't catch everything he says, but, I'm not young. I'm older. And, the Beatles were really big when I was younger. And it was kind of like a psychological question. Like, there was a joke that every psychologist could, for weeks, ask their clients, which Beatle do you like the best and why? And that could be the basis for your life and your philosophy and what to work on with your psychiatrist. And, and it was kind of a joke, but it was also kind of real. They had 4 different personalities. And, so anyway, I think the same thing about James Bond. I saw Roger, Timothy, and Pierce are I said Roger, which is comma. I said, Roger Moore, right? Roger Moore. I don't know Timothy Hutton, I think it's Hutton, and Pierce Bronson. To me, and I just don't watch movies anymore, like for the last 20 or 30 years. But to me, Roger Moore was a newer James Bond. I knew Sean Connery and then I think there's someone before that or in between, and then Roger Moore. So for me, Roger Moore was the newest and most current. I think there's been 6 or 7 or 8 since Roger Moore. So anyway, I think it's the same thing. Who's your favorite Beatle and why? Who's your favorite James Bond actor and why? Or not why. I mean, we don't really have to say why, but that's cool. Is it by the way, is it Hutton? I don't know enough about the Bonzes, but I'm pretty sure Roger Moore is right, and Pierce Bronson, I think so. I saw Roger Moore rented it at the library when I was in 1999. Live and Let Die. Live and Let Die. Yeah. And like I said, I haven't aged 9. Wow, that's so cool. I mean, is that would you say that James Bond's movies are a pretty big part of your life? I mean, it sounds like that's pretty cool. God, 9 years old. That's so cool. So anyway, I didn't I'm going to try to get me in here. That's what I did. The last stream I did. Yeah, wow, that is cool. That is so cool. And let's see. The last stream I did, which ended up having no audio, I shared it to everything. I shared it. I mean, last time, which was a day or two ago, I don't know when, I shared it live. I'm age 32 now. That's a lot of James Bonds. That's cool. Way to go. But so after I finished and stopped my stream, then I shared it. And I shared it to, I think, 4. There's 4 everywhere that I feel comfortable with sharing to. So I think it was Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and I can't think of the 4th one because the 4th one wasn't listed tonight. I couldn't find it. So I shared this one before I started. I didn't, I'm learning. I didn't see that link or that button, but I pushed it tonight. So anyway, the one I did 1 or 2 nights ago, I never had a visitor. I was the only one that watched it, which is fine. Except, I would like to invite someone in. And who was that? Did I write that down? Stream whatever? Stream. I thought Stream Yard. Stream, I can't even read my own writing. So, obviously inviting StreamYard. Yeah. So yeah, inviting someone in, I mean, clearly I need other people, but when I'm learning, I don't care. But so anyway, I was the only one. So I wrote, I said, "Hey, Joe," and then I wrote back, and they looked alike. And I said, I was telling the people watching, if I think I had 8 total viewers, and then afterwards, I think I had 16 viewers with no audio. So they probably didn't stick around very much, but I do like Sean Connery as Bond. It's just I saw him later on a Bond marathon on Spike TV. Ever heard of Doctor Who? Left that fandom too crazy on both sides. I have sporadically what's it called when I think you just said it. Not marathon, but yeah, when you when you watch all of Doctor Who in a weekend, whatever that's called, that everybody Netflix and not chill, whatever they do that. So I sporadically have done that for some things. Now, Doctor Who, like maybe 5 or 7 years ago, I was like, oh, who's this Doctor Who? So I tried to do some, Wikipedia is not too reliable, but it I use Wikipedia to get the general idea of something, and then I drill down into reputable sources. And so I was trying to find out about Doctor Who, which I knew very little about, and it was too overwhelming to me. I don't remember the details at all. But it was something like Doctor Who was around for 35 years, and there were 7 Doctor Who's, and there were 7 sidekicks, and I'm like, oh no, I can't. I could never. If there was 2 Doctor Who's and it was for 10 years, and there's 2 sidekicks, then I'd be like, okay, I'll try to catch up on that. Because when I would see, a lot of times when I'm channel surfing, I'll catch the middle of a show and then I'd watch it to the end. So I may not see the whole show. Yep, I left the Doctor Who fandom. Too much drama in groups on YouTube, Facebook. I bet so. I mean, it seemed very passionate that people liked, this is my favorite Doctor Who, or this is, and almost like it reminded me, which I don't know much about this either, but it reminded me a lot like Star Wars or Star Trek, that people have their, they're really into their favorite, and, they can quote episodes. And I'm like, holy moly. Yeah, season 23, episode 4, and I'm like, wow, way too much about that. So, but anyway, yeah, that's, it seems like, the James Bond movies wouldn't be, and I don't know who the current James Bond is. I think it's the All Knives. What's that? Jamie Lee Curtis murder mystery movie. I think it's All Knives Out, not Knives Out or something. Whoever the hillbilly detective in that movie, that's the he's got a color in his last name or something. Daniel, yeah, Craig, yeah, okay, I don't know why I was thinking color, but yeah. So anyway, I mean, I think he's from England. I think, some. I think Sean Connery is Scottish, and so I think a couple of them. Pierce Bronson, I think, is English, and so anyway, I think Daniel Craig is English, and I don't know if you've ever seen that Knives Out thing, and it's trippy. It's a trippy movie, and I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's well worth a watch, I think, and it's fun watching Daniel Craig. Which again, I have never seen one of his Bond movies ever. I don't know how many there's been, 5 or 6 or 7 or something, but I've never seen one. But his Southern accent, I was like, that is so cool. He got grief because he was the only blonde James Bond. And that makes sense. There's a lot of macho, black hair and brown hair. That's funny. God, people are so shallow. Isn't that horrible? That is so shallow. That is so shallow. Sorry, I need to drink something. I'm talking too much and stuff. God, the only blonde. So I can't find my stream. It seems like it would just be here right in the front. Let's go to live. Wouldn't I be here? Last night I found it right away. Your channel. Maybe I'll go to my channel. Yep, it is shallow. Isn't it? That's wild. And I'm sure it's all machismo. I'm sure they're saying, blondes aren't as macho. And I mean, what a stupid thing. Live. Okay, so I'm going to come in. And I don't know if it counts me. Okay, so I'm going to come in. Sorry, that's loud. And I don't know if it counts me. Yeah, that was probably an echo and duplicate. So I've turned it down. So I'm going to say hi to myself. Hey, Joe. So that's me, the viewer. And now this is me, the streamer, and it looks the exact same. Hey, Joe, how goes it? So, yeah, the first one is Joe Hart, the viewer. And the second one is Joe Hart. Hey, Dave, thanks. Hey, Dave. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything. So, I like, was when most of my live streaming was with Meerkat, and I don't know if you've ever used Meerkat. I think it died. I think we stopped using it in 2015, or maybe I used it in 2015 for a year to 2016. Anyway, I forget the exact dates. It's somewhere back then. You're welcome. You're awesome. Thanks, Dave. You're pretty cool too. I appreciate knowing that the audio worked and all that kind of stuff. And StreamYard. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I probably need another device here. I guess is that an app? No, you don't have to tell me. I'll figure it out. So with Meerkat was kind of cool. It was kind of early in live streaming, and we were kind of a tight knit. We're a tight knit community, and everybody says it. The easiest way to create professional live streams. StreamYard is a live streaming studio in your browser. Interview guests, brand new, much more. So I'm going to email it. Okay, and get started. Oh, I don't want to do it on the phone though, but so anyway, so Meerkat, I was trying to please check your email. We sent the login thing. Yeah, hopefully that'll come up pretty soon. So Meerkat, I was testing everything. They had a cameo feature, and I forget what I did a week ago, so I certainly forget what I did 7 years ago. But it had a cameo feature, and you could invite people in. But there was actually a picture. It kind of looks like FaceTime or those kind of things, or not Zoom, I guess FaceTime. So there was actually their picture. They were looking at you, and you were looking at them, and I still haven't gotten my 6-digit. So I was testing everything, and I was usually always a viewer, like I am now. I'm always a viewer of my stream because I wanted to see what others were seeing, what they were hearing. But I would have the volume on, and then I had to turn it down. So anyway, I was like, well, gee, everybody's testing everything else. I might as well test if I can. And we tested everything. We did a 24-hour live stream, and first you did a 15-minute live stream and 2-hour live stream, and you live stream every day for a year, and whatever. But we did a 24-hour stream, and you just test things. So I tested. I was like, I wonder if I can invite myself. So the one device was me streaming, and one device was me viewing, and I invited me in there, and there was it had a picture of me, and so you had to worry about the echo, of course, but that isn't what I was testing. I was just so it was kind of cool to just learn those kind of things. Okay, where is my? Okay, let me check my email. Doesn't seem to be coming. Or it may. There it is. It did come, but usually it shows up on your. Usually it comes up on your screen. They say this is what just happened. Okay, log in. So, hello, welcome. Personal use, individual or student, education, professional work, small business, enterprise. That sucks. I'm all of those. Personal use for sure. Education, that might be stretching. Professional work, yeah, I'd say. Small business, I'd say. So all three of those. Are you planning on? I don't know. Fuck, I say other. Anyway, I'll do that later. So I can help you with it too on Sunday when I stream next on my channel. Really? I wouldn't mind. I'm sure I will be gutsy enough someday. Not yet, but I'm doing allegedly with Brittany. I'm going to her stream a lot, and the other ones that I like too, BTS and stuff. And I am sure that there will be some time that I timidly say, Brittany, can I be invited into your stream? And she sends her link to everybody, and so I'll do that. But anyway, yeah, that would be nice if I could be invited in. And again, not because I'm so smart and I can share just brilliant stuff, but yeah, I think that'd be net. So I can help you with it too on Sunday when I stream next on my channel. Well, cool. So let me jot that down. Dave travels in time. Now, do you set it up? Cool, sounds good. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Dave. Is it reserved? Have you I don't that's not the right word, but have you already set up your future stream on Sunday so that people know that it's going to start at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever? Or do you just go live? Do you just say, okay, I'm going to go live, and then you just go live? So for today and 2 days ago, I did set it up. It's not recorded or reserved. I can't think of the right word, but I did do that. But I set it up as a reserved time, 3 minutes away, so that as soon as I set it up, I could wait 3 minutes and then just go live. So, but yeah, Sunday. That's um, but yeah, maybe I'll have picked one of these by now. And I don't know. Do you have StreamYard? Do you use StreamYard? It depends on this week. It was all over the place. Usually I schedule though. It depends. It depends on. It depends. On this week, it was all over the place. Usually I schedule though. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, Thanksgiving and yeah, all those, alternative weeks always mess up with our schedules and stuff. But hopefully I will. Anyway, do you have, and you don't have to share too many details with me, but yes, I do StreamYard. Okay. Do you remember what you chose? And again, you don't have to give me, I mean, I guess I'm asking you a specific question, but I don't like to, um, I don't want to ask other people questions where they're sharing, personal, I don't just answer what you're comfortable with. I don't want to, but, like personal use, professional work, small business, enterprise. Do you know which one you chose? Was it personal use or did you go a couple steps higher? And they have different pictures, professional work on it. Yep, I use my email. It logs me in. Oh, that's cool. Gives me a login code. Does it? So, okay, let's see here. Personal use, individual or student. I would probably qualify for that. Personal work, freelancer or agency. I definitely qualify for that. Small business, owner or entrepreneur. I think I could creatively qualify for that. Enterprise, large team or organization. I don't qualify for that. So professional work or small business, I guess that's the two I would listen. And I haven't touched any of them yet. I don't know if you can. How are you planning on using StreamYard? Freelancer or agency, small business, owner or entrepreneur. Yeah, I guess I'll never start a business. I don't think. Small business, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't work, but I do want to become media credentialed. I definitely want to be treated as a as a real entity. I don't want to get too political, but and again, politics is not anything I want to discuss unless it's part of the topic, and I usually definitely dictate what can be said and stuff. But no, I don't. Just to touch upon it for the story, 2016 kind of freaked me out. The results, and I was like, wow, that's kind of wild. And I was like, well, the whole country did it. We can't say that's not our president because we all did it. And then when 2020 happened, it was COVID and NASCAR wasn't happening for about 6 weeks and there wasn't much to do. And I said, F it. I want to find out what happened in 2016 and what's going to happen in 2020. So I hit the road during 2020, which is basically everybody's worst year. I mean, for the most part, some people say it was great, but for the most part, it was the worst year for everybody, 2020. So I hit the road for 235 days. I mean, that's almost 8 months. 235 days. I lived in my car. I slept at truck stops. I showered at truck stops. And I went to 31 states. And I was a media personality, but instead of doing motorsports, I was doing politics. And the 3 blips, which again, it was intense. It was intense. It was the coolest thing I have ever done in my life. And I've done some pretty wild things. I've worked at Prince's studio, and I've done a lot of pretty cool things. But that was the coolest thing I've ever done. But I and again, without getting too political, the three blips were, and I hope I remember them all. I think I wrote it. I think it's written somewhere. But what happened in 2016? How did it happen? And is it going to happen again? And that's the way I started all conversations. No one had to answer any of those questions. They could go on their own tangent. I talked to everybody. I went to all events. I did go to Trump, whatever the rallies. I interviewed all 75 candidates except for Trump. That was not my choice. I wanted to interview them, but I was too much of a pipsqueak or not serious enough. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, to get back, I want to be thought of. I mean, it was great. I interviewed all of them, and 31 states. Holy poop! And I focused like I live in Vermont. I mean, I don't know if you know politically, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate you saying that. Now, I don't know what. Wow, 31. Yeah, that's really intense. Really intense. But I don't know if you know. And oh yeah, the day that Trump won, I knew about 3% about politics. And the day he won, I went, how the F did that happen? And so I started researching. And so by the time 2020 came around and I hit the road, I knew 60% about politics. I knew a ton about politics. But so I don't know if you know about it, but it's they're by states and stuff. And some states are really close 50-50, and there's other states that are 90%, 10%. So there's 35 or 40, there's 35 at least states that don't ever elect a president because they're all Democratic or they're all Republican and they never change. So there's some states that never make it. I live in Vermont. We never make a difference. We never make a difference in the president. So I don't want to interview people in there. So I focused on the states that were closest 50-50. And then even if I was in Vermont or, Illinois, where they're hugely skewed one or the other, I went by counties. So when there was 120 counties, I went for 50-50. I always wanted the tightest. I didn't care if it was Democrat higher or Republican higher. I just wanted tight. And then I would interview them. So I did a ton of interviews. It was the coolest thing. And so anyway, enough about politics. I'm just saying that was my long story to get to. I guess I would lean toward the small business. And I'm guessing we can pretty easily change which one we pick. So I'm going to pick small business onward and see what happens. I thought I hit onward, but it's not doing anything. Let me try it again. Yeah, I guess I hit it. It just takes a while. Having trouble connecting. Please check your internet. I was going to say, God, I need to get my glasses, but I have them on. Got 3 Wi-Fi bars and 2 data bars. It looks like I'm pretty connected. That 2 data bars. So anyway, having trouble connecting. The Wi-Fi Xfinity does not appear to be connected to the. So what's going on? So yeah, I have a pretty expensive Wi-Fi at home, or pretty high speed, but I basically have 4 networks that I can okay, they picked up another one. There's 4 networks I can report to or connect to, and they were saying the one wasn't connected. So let me pick one of the others. Let me go back, small business, onward. There it goes, add a destination. So when it says add a destination, I'm guessing, it says Facebook page, Facebook group, Facebook profile, LinkedIn page, which I do a lot of LinkedIn pages, but LinkedIn page, LinkedIn profile, YouTube channel. I assume I want to pick the YouTube channel. Twitter. Fuck, I love Twitter. Twitch, Hopin, custom RTMP. So I'm going to say, would you probably guess, Dave, that I'm correct, that I should probably pick YouTube channel? Yep, YouTube. Thank you. So I'll pick that. Choose an account. I guess I just picked the my Google thing, right? I'm going to pick Google, although it's not a good email address. Should I don't like logging into things because I'm not good at remembering the login name, which is usually email, and password. I don't like doing any of that stuff. So I usually go least resistance. So if something comes up and it's the default and it says, you want to log in with it? I usually don't say no. But for Google, I think it's a current email, but I believe I have never gotten an email to that address. I've never set it. I think it's current. I think if I gave someone that email address, I think it would come to me, but I get no emails from that for that address. So I don't think I should change it because then it becomes a different account. So I'm going to just pick it, even though that's not the email I want to use, because you mentioned email, which I think Brittany, for mine, it just remembers my password. I don't have to type it. That's what I like to do, and that's what I think I'm going to do here. But that email scares me because Brittany mentioned, yeah, I sent you the email. She said something similar to what you just said, that you give the email and then it gets you, you're able to get it. So anyway, I'm going to just say so I'm going to hit that. This will allow StreamYard to manage your YouTube account. Make sure you trust StreamYard. So it says wants to access your Google account. I'm going to say allow. It sounds like, it sounds like, yeah, other people use it. It's got to be trustworthy. Your YouTube channel was connected, and it took a while, and then it go Joe Hart YouTube channel. And it looks like I can choose it. What's the duck? I guess the duck is StreamYard. Now, I thought I touched that. I'm not really, because my OCD, I can try to hit something 17 times because it took so slow. So I always like, well, give it some time and stuff. But I don't think I cleanly hit it. So I guess anyway, did I show you? Yeah, it says there's too many. It says destination, and it says destinations, and then it says Joe Hart. It only lists one account. So I think I highlighted that. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry if I'm taking too much of your time. You said you wanted to help me on Sunday, so I apologize if this is. I don't mean to monopolize your time. So I apologize. You mentioned Sunday. I get that. I understand. No, you're good. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna again, it's too. Can I put that? It says destinations, and it says Joe Hart. So I tried to tap that with my finger, I think just once. So I might try to tap it again. But I think that's the next step. It done. I don't know if it. And I don't know if I want to be on a device. I thought I wanted to be on a laptop, but okay. So I'm going to try to hit it again. And I hit it twice real quick because it's not responding. So I'm going to hit the 3. So it says broadcast video, destinations, members, me, referrals, billings, account settings, contact, broadcast, upcoming posts. You have no upcoming broadcast. Want to try it out before going live? Click create and choose recording. So I'm going to click create. I'm going to hit recording. I hope that Yep, that's the next step. I'm sorry, I didn't notice what I was talking about but yeah, it's that so it says if you I maybe I didn't read all that stuff aloud. Okay, cool. So I did recording in the studio. So it says I give it a title, record locally for each participant if I check it, and then create recording. But I don't know if it's gonna log me out of this thing. Is it gonna overrule this? Oh, 55 minutes. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Testing. First time. So create recording. Entering the studio. Decent lighting helps you look amazing. Tip for mobile for the best way to use a computer, but phones and tablets work if you're on the go. Make sure you have a solid internet connection. Entering the studio. Well, allow mic and cam access. Like, okay, allow that. Hi, I see something. Mic is working. Cool. Let's check your camera and mic. So it says mic is working. I don't see how you check the camera. I see myself. So display name. Don't know what that means. I'll put, Joe Hart. Come on. What the hell? Sorry. Enter studio. Comments, banners, brand. Hi. Testing. Now it says I see me and I see my mouth moving. I don't know if I hear me. I don't think I hear me. But it says record. So I think I'm supposed to. That means your channel name. Okay, cool. I guess I can. Yeah, I want Joe Hart. I don't know. Is this live? Is it going? Is that stuff happening? Or do I have to hit record and start the thing? And like I said, this was whatever it said. Do you want to do a recording versus live? So I guess I'll hit record. Do you think that might be a good idea? Start recording. Testing. First time. Record only. No destinations. Record. Recording started. Live. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. Hi everybody. Yep, you either hit record or go live button. Cool. So yeah, I guess the record is because I'm doing the testing recording thing, and then the go live would. Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to just talk, and I doubt if you don't have another device. Do you know how to find my live stream? Oh wait, it's a recording, so it's not a live stream. So anyway, can I write on it? Let's see here. Post comment. Yep, thank you. So Joe, your first one. It won't let me add a destination to post. Add a destination to post comments. Where's my destination? I think when I hit recording, it said you have no destination or something. So I think I still don't. God, it's a minute. Okay, I always talk too long. So okay, that's comments, banners, example banner. Oh wow. Oh wow. The two banners went on the screen. That's pretty cool. Okay, so brand, color, logo. Wow, that's cool. I'm going to check that out. So, comments, it says I need to, give a destination. Uh-oh. No destinations, record only. Okay, so I guess I can't write a comment. Okay, so I'm going to end it 1 minute and 51 seconds, so I'm going to just thank you so much. So let's end it. Do you see me or do I just see you? Do you see that? Oh, you can't see that. So there it is. So, okay. Thanks, Joe. That's your other one going on. So, end recording. Yes. The broadcast has ended. How did it go? Good or bad? And bad is already highlighted. I'm going to say good because I don't know otherwise. How could we have made it even better? Dunno, first time. Dunno. First time ever. Okay, cool. Thanks. That was great. Send feedback. I don't want to send feedback. Close. So leave. Upcoming and past. You have no upcoming. Let's see. Past. Testing one time. It's listed. Yay. So anyway, that's good enough for now. Yep. Say good. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. So yeah. Thanks. I'm glad that I don't know what it means. I don't know how like I said, I'm sure I'm supposed to be on my laptop, not on my iPhone. So somehow by tomorrow or Sunday or whenever I learn more about this, yeah, I want to invite people in. That's cool. I love to see what Brittany does. Now I'm different. I'm not like Brittany. She's really, really nice. And she doesn't want to make people mad or upset, and she wants to be nice and stuff. So I would probably steer. Well, it depends what I'm talking about. It depends. If it's invisible disabilities, I want anybody that wants to share about that to share about it. And if it's motorsports, it usually has to be guided because some people is going to be, I hate that driver, I love that driver. And it's like, come on, get over the hate. I hate the hate. I hate the word. I can't believe I keep using it. So anyway, so Dave, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I really appreciate your help. I'm glad I found you and your channel and I followed you. And you told me that the audio is working, so that was cool. Thank you for the like. Sounds good, man. Joe. Sorry, it's not in my name. Is it there? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if I ever. I think it's there somewhere. So yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Thanks. So anyway, thank you for the help. I'm following you. I did all notifications, so hopefully I'll hear what's going on Sunday when you do it, and I would love to be invited. You're awesome. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your sharing. I thank you. I feel honored that you are open enough to share what you did about yourself. Glad I could help too. Oh man, you're a lifesaver. I talked for 40 minutes 2 days ago. No audio. So yeah, I'm glad you told me about the audio right away. That helped. I have to go delete that thing because there's no audio. So anyway, okay, Dave, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll see you around, hopefully Sunday maybe. And maybe back to James when we want to get up to our 1,000. I have 13 subscribers. I want to get up to 1,000. So, but you have like 600. That's so cool. Okay, Dave. I'll talk to you later. Peace. I appreciate it. Take care. See ya.